Let's make a junk journal out of everything in this parcel. Hello and welcome to the treasured page. I'm Melanie and this is our quiet crafting space. Now I am opening a parcel today. This has come to me from Newcastle up in the north of England and I live down here on the south. So every month we have a monthly swap. And this gorgeous bundle has come to me. Last time we were making envelopes. So what I'm going to do is within this pack, I'm going to use these papers and things that I've been sent to create a journal with a coastal theme. And let's have a look at what we've got here. We've got a lovely letter. Oh, this is a really great one. So we've got letters and we've got envelopes. So this is gorgeous. Dear Melanie, I'm writing this note having just watched your new craft room tour. Yes, I am sitting here in my craft room. What a delight your new space is. Thank you. You have made me think of some improvements I can be making in my space too. Oh, this lovely letter is coming from Leela, and this month's theme has reminded me of the many holidays spent on the Northumberland coast. I have holidayed all year round and in all weathers. The beach and headland we like to visit is home to lots more wildlife. You get to experience almost tropical hot days with aqua blue rock pools. There are also misty and stormy days that bring all manner of objects washed up on the shore. One year, after a big storm, we salvaged a broken lobster catcher. It's sat proud of place in our family garden ever since. The image of the women in the rowing boat is actually from an oil painting of Grace Darling. She is a northeast heroine, daughter of a lighthouse keeper who bravely rescued men from a wrecked ship along with her father. We'll find that. We will find the oil painting. The fold-out card I made uses a print of collage I made. Family legend says we're related to Grace Darling, though I'm not sure if that might be a tall tale. A branch of my family is from the same area in Northumberland. But you never can tell how family stories get passed down and embellished. Well, yes, but there's often a seed of truth in these stories that get passed down, particularly when they're proud of it. That was a proud thing. Grace Darling, a local heroine, and somehow a connection there. There must be, even if it may be cousins and things. Sending my very best wishes from your friend in the north, Leela. Oh, what a beautiful letter. How exciting. I am so excited now. Oh, look at all these things. Look at this. Look at this detail here with the buttons. Lovely blue. Beautiful image here from the Lagden, is that right? The Lagden Gallery. And this, which I think is movable. So cute. I love that. Little shell to come and live on a page. Let's have a look at all the things. So that's where the swaps come from. Then we've got our parcels here and we've got some papers. So this is in my hand. Let's have a quick whiz through of this. So we've got, look at that bird. Beautiful page there. Ornithology book, and then we've got some dyed paper here with some, oh look, lovely, and lovely paper there. That's so good. I like the way it shines through there actually. This is crochet design pattern butterflies. Beautiful. They are lovely. Oh my goodness, look at these. I think I'm going to have to extract those gorgeous creatures. That's lovely. Let's put that to one side. I think we'll have to use that. Oh, look. I'm growing this in my garden. What's it called? Borage. There we go. Thank you very much. I've got that in the garden. Bees love it. And this is Edith Holden from August. And this is the original book. Oh, precious stuff now. Fairest of months, ripe summer's queen, the heyday of the year, with robes that gleam with sunny sheen, sweet August doth appear. Oh, isn't that just lovely? What wonderful words. Very lovely band there. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that. Ooh, everything's a ooh moment. Oh gosh, have you done some extra? Oh no, that is beautiful. In every grain of sand there is a story. Yes, there is. How did it get there? What secrets does it hold? Lovely little, you know, that could go on a page, couldn't it, with a nice tucky thing. This is a really lovely colour ink being used here for the nautical coastal theme. Just that lovely teal blue colour, I really like that. And it looks like we've got the same stamps. So we've been using the newspaper print stamps from Claire, Purple Poppy, these stamps here. I've been really using mine. They could do with a clean actually. They came up really nice when I was printing on fabric as well. So yes, we've got the same stamp there. That's really fun. I think Claire may have sold out of those stamps now. They're these ones. She's restocked with a new style as well, so I think they're a bit limited edition, these ones. Purple Poppy Paper Crafts, so you can find her shop on Ko-fi.com if you like the idea of these stamps. So it's Ko-fi.com, Purple Poppy Paper Craft. That is a tongue twister. Magazines from 1898, so it's lovely because this has got the date there, 1898. Nice to have that little stamp there when you're dealing with any of the old real antique sort of crafts. And look, invincible tweeds, and we're just talking about Northumbria. I'm sure that's where the tweeds come from. I'm sure Berwick-on-Tweed is in Northumbria. I think that's where I was going to go on holiday, and for some reason I didn't go, but it is on my list to go up there. They've got the castles there where Harry Potter was filmed and things like that. And also, thinking about it, this is an old journal. I forget what year it is. 22, look. Ages ago. I've got a feeling in here. Yeah, look, Holy Island. I think this is off of where Leela's from. But I just had this bit of map and it just showcased that Holy Island, and then I think just here is Banbury Castle and things like that. That feels like that's that region. If my geography serves me correctly with my rusty brain. That's where perhaps this story comes from, with Grace Darling rescuing people from the shipwreck, being the lighthouse daughter. That's a really fun story, isn't it? And this is the pack that I've received from my previous swap, so everything here that I've been sent and everything in this pack are all going to be coming into the next journal. But look, I've been sent a lovely lighthouse napkin here from my previous swap partner, Debbie. So there is a little theme emerging. Ooh, I think I might be looking at this back to front. Oh, it's another one of these lovely cards with those stamps. I think they're so effective. I think they're lovely how it's all come out with the newspaper print. Yeah, so we've got some more, and you can have another go. So these ones have got food things on them, cocoa and butter and soap. So, and then the invincible tweeds. I think that's brilliant if we're going to be looking at where the tweed even came from in this swap. Lovely. Look at that. Oh, no, yeah. So this must be Grace, who is the lighthouse keeper's daughter. Right. So is that the island that I just mentioned? I need to get a map. Oh, Leela, that's lovely. Look at that. Where's she from? Oh, this could be the map that I've pulled apart. Oh, hang on. I've used it. That's annoying. I think up here is Bamborough Castle, and is it Alnwick Castle. I think that's where Harry Potter was filmed, if I'm right, I think I am right. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. So that is awesome. That is a fun little package to explore and research a little bit more about Northumberland. I'm sure the tweed comes from there, Berwick upon Tweed. It has to, doesn't it, really? The clue's in the title. Okay, and then we've got some lovely ribbon here which we can use, all in the right colours, and some stamping on tissue paper. So I could use some of the stamped images. Oh, look, these are fun little shells. Let's have a look. Oh, these are the envelopes. Oh, look at that. that is sweet with the die cuts there. Lovely colours. Look at these, they remind me of like jellyfish, but they're sort of rosettes as well. Fun little envelopes, great little pockets, a nice piece of fabric here, and it's got some sort of mica spray on there, so there's a little shimmering glitter to it. Really cool. Another piece of that gorgeous cotton. Great texture on here. I think this is wallpaper being used to make. Ooh, a fun little pocket with this awesome bird. Shells. Puffins. Oh, look at that. Puffins. And I know that my swap partner will be laughing now because I have drawn her a puffin. I think I've got another one. I did two. I will show you my puffin in a minute. There, that's the castle. I just said it. Bamborough Castle. And out there in the distance, is that the lighthouse? So is that where she was rowing? And then she would have had to row. That's quite a way then from the island to land to rescue everybody. What an incredible lady. So I'm wondering if that is in the 1800s. I bet it was. Oh, look. So we've got another puffin. Right, I'm getting my puffin. I'm showing you. This is all linking in. I was drawing a puffin, and here he is. And I did two, and I sent one to my swap partner, Jeanette, so she will be able to find a puffin. And the whole point was that I was going to put it as a page in the journal. So that was a little puffin there, and we've obviously been thinking about puffins, Leela and I. Look, puffins! Oh, that's so brilliant. I was literally doing that 2 days ago, and here they are. Yeah, you forgot to have the... I wonder if you can see puffins from where we are here. So we got seagulls. So that's the... Oh gosh, isn't that gorgeous? That looks like some lovely tropical place, like she said. I think we better go here for holiday. This is the next holiday we'll need to go to. And we've got some map. Plan your next adventure. Right, okay, you're on. I shall. I will come and see you. We'll go and have a coffee. How lovely. And talk about puffins and seals. Oh, really, really interesting. I love all these little islands off of the coast that you can find, and around the UK just as much as other European destinations as well. Look at this. So we've got some beautiful paper beads and some lovely charms. There's a turtle and a shell. Oh, that's sweet. So that can come and dangle off of the side. I like that. That's really nice. Little scrap pieces here. And oh, is that what he's called? A sandwich tern. So that's what that bird is. Can you hear the birds? So we've got some seabirds here. Look at that, a sandwich tern. So using all the things that I've been sent here, I'm going to take inspiration. We've got boats, we've got lighthouses, we've got that lovely sea holiday experience, maybe going on a ferry somewhere, going to an island, having a look at the lighthouse. There's history, there's mystique, there's this wonderful heroine story, as well as the Charlotte's letters and the things that these women got up to. I've got trim and all sorts of little bits to play with. I'm feeling like I better get organised here so that I can start my project of building my coastal journal. Okay, I've got lots of lovely things. I've separated out these pieces and I'm going to be putting these in my main summer journal, which I'm yet to make. I'm going to take those out, and then I have these pieces to look at. And I'm going to put this one off to the side for now. I'm looking at the fabrics here, and I want to do something with this fabric where it's been stitched onto. So this is a page from a bird book. Using the metal ruler, I'm just going to tear that out. So this is the Kentish plover. We'll just tear that out. So now we know our birds, and the write-up for each bird is there. So we'll just put in a permanent crease there. And I'm just framing my bird with a bit of an ink around. Go down the middle as well. Age the paper up. And the same around here too. And this one is an oxide ink, and that is tea dye. So I'm just putting that round. That could be any ink at all. It could be a nice green or another different colour. Now let's get the bird right. So that was him in there. Okay, now I found a little scrap here, so I'm just going to put some glue on my little label here. And then I'm going to add that to this. It just looks like nesting material for the bird. So I'm putting that on there. And then I'm sticking the whole lot down up here. For a little art look, a little bit of fun. So now we know that that's that bird. Now this could be a journaling card, so you could line that with some other writing. You could have that as the writing space there, just put something else on there or another strip of writing paper down there, and then dispense with the write-up from the book. You don't have to have it there at all. But I think it's quite nice from my point of view to be able to read the information about the bird. And I think here, if I wanted to, I could turn that up and that could become a pocket like that, and we can put our little sign as to what it all is on there, or have that down the bottom. Another little ticket pocket if you wanted. There's quite a few things you could do with these, but we could also have it turned in, and then that's really cute as well. So we could have it like that, and that's something that could be added into the journal as a little fun page or an extra, and then that could be stuck down as well. So there's just a nice little things that you can do with these pages, but I think I'm going to keep it to that length. Okay, I'm just using the packaging here. I found some tea cards with some birds on. I'm just putting a little mark on the points because I quite like to tuck these in and mount them onto this card. So I'm just putting a little marker where I want the cards to sit. Just put a little slit, I think just there, coming round, a little slit there, trying to find it, and a little slit there. Now I can tuck in my little vintage tea cards, and I can remove them and still be able to read the text if I want to know all about this bird. So I'll just tuck that in. So they are, you can't even notice it. It doesn't interrupt the reading on that back there if you wanted to have it. It's also a little tucky belly band idea for both of those. So that's how that's going. Just use a bit of glue along the bottom. I found this raggedy piece of fabric here, and it's got a little bit of green on it, which looks a bit like the sand and the shoreline, so I just thought I'd add that on there. Just tear it off because it's a bit of old sari silk or silk scarf. I'm not sure what that one was. There we go. Rips off anyway. Oh, I can layer that up if I want to, but I think I've also got this raggedy bit which looks like seaweeds. And I'm just sticking this down a little cluster there, just with that fun detail which can just roll over the top of that label. Just adds almost like a foliage for this bird to find. And then I think I'll have something there in the future, but that is a nice little card, a little ornithology area which is going to come and live in here. Going to be putting that in there. We've got the two birds poking out now, so that's really good. We've got our puffins over here. We can have an extra writing space there. I have sort of pulled that and it's come apart, so that's okay, because I was sort of testing it really to see whether I could put a bit of lace in here and have that poking out. So I thought that that might be nice, because these sort of details look nice when they're trailing out of a journal. So we'll see whether we like this. Yeah, maybe we do, maybe we don't, do we? Yes, I think that's quite sweet. It adds to that whole beachy effect. Gosh, we've really got the birds going now. It's just a really nice old bit of lace there. I think that that just adds to the sort of the C element of this. Where I don't actually need to have all of that, I'm cutting it away because I just don't want to waste it, because it's a nice little piece of trim that will come in and embellish another something. So I'm just removing the excess, the bit that I don't need on that piece. So we've retained a little bit there. Can glue this bit shut. So that looks after the lovely bird images that I've been sent, and then I think I would like a label or something there, but that's to do when we put it all together. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take my scrap piece here, cut that bit, just punch out the egg, and that came out on both sides, so that's quite good. And then I'm just taking the egg image and the bird in flight image, punched out, and add those in there like that. Run the little edging piece that I cut off down the side here. There. Trim that bit there. There we go. Lovely. Okay, there we go. So I've run that down the edge there, and we've got the T cards inside, and that's just a really nice little thing. So that could be stuck down, and it could be on the page, and then that could be a pocket as well. So you could stick that down, have a little thumb hole in the top, and that become a pocket. So we'll leave that because I'm going to put it in here. That's just a nice piece of ephemera that I might add to my final journal, but I'm going to keep it in there with the birds. So that's how that's appearing. All right, so what I'm thinking is I want to use this beautiful cotton that's been embroidered. I love the stitching. I love the fact that we can see the working on the background. I think that's really cool. I want to keep that. So I think this is going to be a front cover of a collection of papers that I've got here that I've been sent. And I'm thinking if I can put that in there and have it like that and start the journal with these images. So that's one of the first things you see. You peel back this lovely cotton and it echoes what's being seen here in this collage, which Leela actually has done. And this is a printed image of a collage that Leela's actually done. So I think this is lovely. So I wanted to keep that. And I think I can lose that top bit to make it fit in with this idea. So this is the interactive part here. We've got the lovely bit of collage imaging there, writing space still remains, and this bit is just a backed piece. So I'm thinking it's not part of the interactive portion of the journal. I'm just going to cut along the line there. It's almost like it wants me to do it. I've got the nice curve of the card there, and I'll do that. Now all I'm doing is just inking along that edge, and then I've got that lovely line. So now that comes up, and that is this card that can come and live in here. So this is going to be part of a little mini journal that I'm now creating separate to everything else. Woo! Okay, so I've got the sun punched out. We'll keep that, and then I'm turning that over because that's going to match up there. That. How about one of my embellishments? Okay, so I've just inked along that edge. This is going to come down here with the removed part, and we'll find something in a moment for that. Then what I want to do is see how my cards are going to work. Now this swap was all about making envelopes, so I just like the idea that maybe I could make a little envelope out of this paper that I've been sent here, and I really like the other side of it. So that's napkin onto some tracing paper, but what if I bring this in, turn them into envelopes, so I just thought I could use the paper that I've been sent here today and bring this in and put the darker side on the inside like this. I'm just going to pull that up. It's fine. It looks great. We've got a little seahorse there. Now this envelope's been created out of another page of the bird book. I really like the detail. I love the angle. It's slightly unusual. What I'm thinking is maybe reduce it in size so that it can come and live in here. But in doing so, I think I might be able to get the image of the bird if I shorten it. So the idea here is that I love this detail, but I think I'd love to have a bird on it, and the bird that I want is there. So what I'm thinking I can try and do is extract the bird and try and piece it back on. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the scissors to it and just see if I can get the bird out. So I'm going to come down here like that, cut along the line, and then cut along this line round here. Okay, extract my bird from here, coming up, trying to keep the integrity of the envelope just about enough to come round here. Okay. Alright, so that's where it was. We've still got that. We've potentially got this. We can piece it back together. But first of all, I just want to see if I can get the birds off of it. Cut down here. Right. Okay, after a bit of playing, I've chopped it down. I've got a bit of a hole in the back. I'm not worried about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to seal that so it's not that flap. I'm going to have it so the bird comes and sits on the front, and then I shall open the top so it's a top loading pocket, and I think down here this will also be a little tuck point here, and that will tuck under there where we've got this diagonal, which I think is really lovely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue down this bit here. I did love the original, but I need it to now fit into what I've got going on here, and I'm also really keen to see the bird because this has all been very educational about the birds, I feel. So I'm going to have him stuck down there, just going to stick down the head and the body. So he, she, little bird with the egg can come and live here. Still going to be functional because we'll be able to use it as, you know, it's now a tuck point. I put a little bit of this fabric down there. See if we can make a bit of a journaling card out of this one as well. And now I'm just going to have fun putting on the lighthouse for our lovely lighthouse story. So this is the napkin that I've been sent here. I'm just going to paste that on with some glue over the top of a book page, which I've just put on there. That is some French text. So I'm just going to put this over the top with some collage medium, and see what we get when we put this piece on here. Alright, it's coming together now. I'm just going to embellish the front. We've got an ink stain here. I'm just going to use this as an idea to cover it up really with a closure. And I've been given well, I've got a little bit of cheesecloth which I found in my stash, but I've got this ribbon that I've been given that came around the parcel. So now I'm thinking I'm going to add that ribbon on here. So with my fabric glue, I'm going to just hide that little splodge there with this cheesecloth. And then this is the ribbon that was on the parcel. So now I'm going to put that over the top here, just using my glue. Okay, and now I'm going to bring in this piece here, wrapping that around. That gives it a nice bit of strength as well. Now this journal has completely come about by what was in the parcel, what I was given, what I could see in front of me, just working out a solution for all the things that had been sent, making sure that they had a home and that I could really enjoy the journal without it being kept in a box somewhere. Okay, here she is. It is a complete mini journal. I'm so excited. There are the journals that I make if left to my own devices, and there are the journals that come out of a swap package with items I didn't even think about. I wouldn't even have imagined to have put them together. But just look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's all come together really, really nicely. Lots of inspiration here for you all, I'm sure, with this wonderful dangle, which is just a little bulb pin pinned on there. And then this was the ribbon that came around my parcel, so I've used this as a closure. And opening it out, we'll have a little flip through. And this is the linen with the beautiful slow stitching on it. And this is the tissue paper with the stamping. And this was the journaling card which started life with this embellished piece on the side. But I've taken it off, I've kept the colours, and I've used some trim that Debbie sent me in my first swap to make a little frame. This is the removable seashell paper clip, and I thought that that would be wonderful for a photograph. So I'm going to add that there. Perhaps I'll look for my Charlotte and Evelyn photograph that could go there. And turning over, I've got here the image of Grace Darling. We've heard all about that story today. And here's the lighthouse, which was napkin. So I've pasted that over the top of some vintage book page, which was French text, just using my collage glue, and I've put some white gesso around the edge there. And I've put here the words strength to trust self. They were words that just came out of the pack, and they seem to fit so nicely with our heroine here, who must have found the strength to trust her skill in rowing across dangerous waters on the North Sea. Very, very scary thing to do, but she did it anyway. And then I've made a little paper clip here, and this is holding in my envelope, my fabric envelope with the fish all in the sea, so I thought that was a nice place for it. And this folds down. We've got writing space here, we've got writing space behind, little label about what it's all to do with. And then a little bit of vintage lace, just muting the brights of the envelope. As we turn over, we've got this. And then I've put the tag here that came off of the packaging. And there's some writing space on the back. A little tuck point here for a label. And then that was the embellishment piece there, but that is still a pocket with its full extent, so I thought I could even add something else with another thing that shines through the window. And I've managed to extract another one off of the back of that packaging, so we've got another little embellished piece there which can come and decorate something else in the future. And in here I've got a flip up with some labelling. I could add some photographs or some notes in there. I've started to use some of the things that I was sent from my previous swap partner as well. And that's our puffin postcard today from Leela, and this is also a letter from Debbie from my previous swap partner, so I'm keeping everything in there. I thought that was really nice. There's more space to embellish, or it could be writing space. And then coming over, I've got this. I've put the boat there that Debbie sent me in my previous swap, and I've also got this journaling card here with the lovely deck chairs, writing space, and then the letter from Leela is in there, so it's all going to tie in nicely. Another one of those gold shells up the top there, so that looks really sweet. I thought that looked so nice, all tucked in, and I was very inspired by all the collage with the fabrics that I was seeing on this piece, so I've decided to put some on there as well, and I've kept the words plan your next adventure. And then using ribbon from Debbie, I've wrapped the edge of this page, and we can see that this is the island that we might like to visit to go and have a look at the puffins. And then over here, this is a page, I haven't quite finished that, I'm not sure. I think that they could have been little window panes, or they could be somewhere for a photograph. Anyway, that's writing space. And then we've got this little pocket system here. And this is 5 pockets here. So we've got this one at the back, one here, and then we've got this one here, and then there's this one here as well. So I haven't got anything in that one, but we could tuck something in there. Now I could create another tuck or a pocket because I so love these, so they could even come and live on a page like that, and they all work with the colours. So I was so inspired by the colourful things that I've been sent, very seaside, very modern. So there's plenty of space for more things, and then these are the little pieces here, so again they could be used to decorate or to write on. Little tab off the side using the seahorse from the belly band that held everything together. And over there as well, this is now a little pocket. I've put that on there, and these are the things that I've got which I'm yet to use, but lots of little stickers and things that I received in my swap from last time. So I shall have fun playing around with the seagulls and the ice cream, just little fun finds. So I thought when I use this journal, then these are the little extra embellishment pieces that I can find and discover and have fun playing with. So yeah, I think that that's really great. So the next time I go on a seaside adventure, this is coming with me. And I've got room here to hang some charms off of there. I've got some anchor charms from Debbie, which could look nice there, but I'm holding back. I think I might make a second journal. Here I've got some more embellishments. I think I just kept this tissue paper to keep some of these finer fussy cut pieces, just some shells, and in here there were some other little pieces as well that could come and be something. And there we go, so that's like that. And then I found a place for this bright pink rickrack from Debbie, and I've added all the pieces together from Leela, so her beautiful tags with the puffin, with the seal, and then her little paper clip, which is coming in and looking rather lovely on this belly band piece here, and also got some of the yellow trim that I was sent by Debbie, and I've just run some ink over the top of it just to knock it back, as it was very luminous and very bright and a little bit too strong for what I felt I wanted in this journal. But it picks up this colour tone here that I've used for a fabric embellishment in the spine there. And then over here I've got some note paper so that I can have some writing space, and again another journaling card there with some writing space there with the boats. And then that's the other side of the journaling card made by Leela, and this is the little bird area. So this is what I've got. I've got a map of the North Sea. I've got area here to put on some more writing space, so that's just paper clipped on there. And then I've got my puffin journaling card, so I can write on the back of that. And this is the information card with all the birds here, so I can read all about that. I can take out those T cards and I can have a look at the back. And I can put on some more writing space on the back so that that flips open, but it gives me journaling space on there because there's loads of room in this lovely big spacious pocket here, so plenty that can go on there. Really, really fun. And then the final page is our card we made together here. I've turned it into a tuck point. So I've got journaling space here. This is some of the old vintage map you saw, but also wonderful writing space on a lovely thick piece of paper. And then a little notebook tucked in here so I can keep track of all the details of maybe travelling times or things I want to take on my next adventure. So this has been an incredible amount of fun. That has been a wonderful day of putting that all together. That's all it took. So I have thoroughly enjoyed that. So thank you very much to the girls for sending me all these wonderful things. This is the first journal that I've made here in my new crafting area. So I'm delighted that we've done that together. And also it just showcases the wonderful things that we get up to you within the swap group, which goes on internationally around the world. There are many swap groups. So if you are interested in joining the Treasured Page swap group, we will be signing up for the next round, which will be the autumn and the fall round, and that starts the 1st of September. So if you'd like to put your name down for that, and sign up will be available from this weekend, so you can have a look at the Treasured Page FB group on Facebook. That's the Facebook page. The link is in the description below, and if you'd like to join one of our swaps, you can put your name down, tell me which country that you are crafting from, and I will endeavour to find you swap partners for the next 3 months. So it is a 3-month long swap. We do 3 projects, 1 a month, and you send it to 1 person each month. So if you'd like to have a go at this and you think that you could commit to September, October and November, then do have a look at the Treasured Page FB group on Facebook, and you'll be able to find the sign up post going up this weekend. Alright guys, so thank you very much for watching. I hope that that's been fun for you to see, and you've got lots of inspiration there on how you might take your next project forward. We're going to be looking at folios, and it's very much being left up to you to come up with your own ideas for that one. But I will be putting up mine as soon as possible. I just might need a little bit more time this month with the summer. I would like to enjoy that with my family. And if you've enjoyed watching my process here, do please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and also consider subscribing to the channel to follow along for more tutorials and some inspiration here along the way. So thank you so much for watching, and above everything, just slow down and make crafting time for you. Bye bye now.